Can we talk about the weird pressure that comes from having a good day when you live with chronic pain? Because I think this is something we all experience, but no one is really talking about. So, you know what I mean, I hope. You have a day when your pain is manageable, where you feel more like yourself, where you can do things you normally can do, and everyone, suddenly around you, and maybe even you, start acting like you are so much better. And you feel this spike of, don't want to say positivity, but you feel like the spike of energy because you feel like, oh, I'm going back to normal. Um, and people see you having that one good day, and suddenly it's like, oh, you seem so much better, or I'm so glad you're feeling normal again. And you're standing there thinking, wait, hold on a second. I'm not better. I'm just having a moment where my body is feeling better, when I am a little bit more maybe tuned in to my symptoms, to what my body is telling me. And, all of the sudden, you may even feel this pressure to be grateful, to be positive, to make most of every second and, cram into everything that day because you feel better. So that internal pressure might be even, spike up. It may even like try to, it's almost like it's 150 because on the good days, you feel like you're catching up on all these things you weren't able to do before. And you may find yourself thinking, I should be doing more. I can be doing more. I can exactly catch up on everything I couldn't do a few days before. I'm not lazy, I'm not weak. I should be doing more than I have been doing. And you ended up, really trying to cram up work of like a week of living into that one day because you don't know when you're going to feel better again. And so I want to talk about when that happens, what to do. And I would encourage you not to overdo it. Um, because we kind of ended up in this scenario where we push because we finally can. And then the next day, or sometimes even the same evening, we're back in pain, we're back with symptoms, and even maybe worse than before. And now we're dealing with the physical symptoms plus the mental beating up, where we're not giving ourselves the self-compassion. It's almost like we beat ourselves up because we're ruining our good day. So here's what I have learned. Those good days aren't the proof that you've healed. They're proof of your progress for sure, but they're kind of not like a free pass to ignore your limits. They're just your nervous system having a moment of feeling safe enough to dial down that protection mode, okay? Which is beautiful. It's temporary. It's okay. As you heal, you'll have more moments like that. But what we want to pay attention to is this almost over perfectionist nature where we tend to cram up everything. We feel like we are behind. So let's catch up on all the things we couldn't do in a week. So good days are really like an information for us. They're our body showing us what's possible. They are a reminder that our nervous system can feel safe and that our pain or symptoms can fluctuate, that healing is happening even when we don't feel it, which is so important to actually grasp that. Because really, it's not a measurement of our worth or progress. If we have those good days, it's amazing when we have them. We get a little bit more inspired. We feel like we're closer to the healing journey. But we want to kind of approach them with curiosity as well, in terms of, this is what our nervous system can do. This is what our body can do when it feels safe. So I want to kind of, take a step back and pose this question to you. So, what if we approach good days differently? What if instead of trying to maximize them, we try to honor them? And maybe that means doing something you enjoy, but within your limits, of course. Maybe it means resting. so you can sustain the good feelings longer and avoid that mental, taking yourself down when you reach your capacity. Maybe it means simply noticing and appreciating without pressure to perform, without trying to maximize your time as being super productive. And what I also want to encourage you to, if you can please stop feeling guilty about having good days. You don't owe anyone a performance of suffering. You don't have to downplay feeling better to prove your pain is real. Your pain exists, whether you have a good day or a bad day. And you deserve to enjoy those moments when it's more manageable. If this resonates with you, if you feel this pressure around good days, I want you to know you're not alone. And I wanted to hear from you. How do you handle good days? How do you pressure, do you feel pressure to do more? To to prove something? Let's talk about it. And if you need help, let me know. I hope this video was super helpful. Let me know if you have similar, experience to the one talking about the good days and bad days. And, one reminder I want to leave with you is you don't have to earn your good days. And you don't have to justify your hard days. You're allowed to be human with your, complex conditions. And, you don't have to meet anybody's timeline. You are on your own timeline and you are healing.